Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news. We had some CitizenCon 2020 info, progress with the 3.8.2 patch, which is coming by the end of this month, long-term persistence testing, some minor roadmap updates, and some more information on the Mercury Starrunner and Anvil Carrack. The date of 2020's CitizenCon was announced. It's back to its old schedule, this year being on October 10th again, and it's going to be in LA in the US of A, Los Angeles Convention Center. This is a massive venue used for things like E3. CIG have suggested it's going to be their biggest CitizenCon ever, and to make of that what you will, it's always a highlight of the year for Star Citizen and for my channel and coverage of Star Citizen and all that sort of jazz. I probably will not be attending, though I will do coverage from here or sort of like go to a watch party or something like that, most likely. We'll wait and see. This does also mean that the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, or the anniversary sale that we have every year, will be separate from CitizenCon again and should be expected in the last week of November. 3.8.2's progress, so the 3.8.2 patch is still on the PTU, the test servers, and receiving updates. No Carrack is in this patch at this stage, but it is expected. Well, I'm expecting it for next week anyway. Long-term persistence, LTP, is being tested though, and those tests are going well. Basically, they are wiping the databases and seeing if Alpha UEC and purchases persist for other players on the server, and when they log back in and all that sort of stuff, does that progression carry over? Which, for most people, and myself included, it has 3 times in a row with those wipes. That seems to have worked, which is really great news. There's a few other little tweaks in the latest PTU. Manual character resets no longer reset long-term persistence data. Great news again, unless you've had some sort of money bug where your money's gone to 0 or something and you're like, no, I wanted to reset my monies. They further fixed an issue where the faceware camera would remain on when FOIP was disabled. Again, not great for sort of like privacy issues, but it seems like they fixed that now. They fixed an issue where the ship 3D radars did not appear as intended, and a server deadlock has also been resolved. So some good progress on 3.8.2, a lot of bugs still there. We'll see what they fix for the 3.8.2 live build, and I would expect that in our hands by the end of February, potentially starting with like either Carty or first wave testing on the Carrack next week. That's my expectation. Anyway, roadmap updates and the roadmap roundup. So the roadmap was supposed to be updated this week, extending it to 4.1 on the Persistent Universe roadmap, which would be the Q3 2020 patch. However, that didn't happen. They said it's going to be updated very soon. I expect next week. But they did say the Mercury Starrunner is slated for 4.1. So that's good news for people that want this Mercury Starrunner in-game, which I do. In Star Citizen Live, they also talked about the concept design and process of the Mercury Starrunner and the Carrack. The Starrunner is very multifunctional, very multi-purpose. It can support a small crew, it can do data running, smuggling, cargo hauling, lots and lots of mission stuff. It's relatively stealthy and fast, it has a good amount of weaponry, and I suspect it's going to be a genuinely great mission runner. They went through over 100 shapes for the ship before settling on its asymmetrical design that we have today. The ship has vents and passages to allow the crew to move around, lots of little hidey holes. There are areas for more hidden cargo. The rear of the Starrunner has 96 SCU of cargo. Originally, they had targeted 108 SCU, but it got a little bit smaller when they sort of like dialed it in, and there's sort of like the cargo there is split into 2 sections of cargo with a path going through the middle, which allows you access to the rest of the ship and the rear ramp, but also it gives you access to one of the turrets. There is a chess room or games room or something. It might have a secret compartment in it. With the Carrack, they brought some of the shapeology from the original concept back into the ship for post-CitizenCon 2019. So there's been a good amount of improvements and changes and additions and high levels of detail added to the ship since then. They've been finishing off rooms, tweaking the externals. In fact, those externals are quite a bit more refined and detailed. They look really, really great now. Battlestar Galactica influenced some of the ship, the reinforced area sort of around the cargo pods. That's supposed to be like the spine of the Battlestar Galactica there. The 3 cargo pods that the Carrack has are supposed to open up like the Carracks, sort of designed for opening their side pods as well. We'll have to wait and see exactly how that looks. The ship has a little repair workshop as well. We don't know truly what that functionality is in game terms yet, but repairing components is expected there, and potentially even weapons and gear and items. There's a mapping and holo room, which needs a bit more love, in my opinion. Again, functionality-wise, we don't know exactly precisely what that's going to do in the future, beyond expanding the ability to map, pathfind, explore, all that sort of jazz. The medical bay in the ship as well has some glass now put up there, separating the sort of like bed in that room, so it's more like a quarantine area. I'm really looking forward to the Carrack and its release later this month. Some other patch progress. General feature progress for 3.9, prison uniforms, they're almost complete. They've been powering ahead with Klesha Prison and gameplay for prisons. That's all made a bit of progress. New Babbage and the Moons of Microtech have all seen work too. High-speed combat improvements and improvements to the player interaction system. They've seen a big jump in work done. The player status system, which will have us eating, drinking, and having to deal with environments, as well as weather locomotion, have seen good progress for the 3.9 patch. In fact, features look like they are pretty much on track for 3.9 that are listed at the moment. With 4.0, Auras and Mission Givers have seen a massive leap in progress. There's lots of progress on various weapons, as well as the SDF, the Signed Distance Field Shield Tech replacement that's coming in the near future. Very much looking forward to that this year. We are now waiting for more major updates to the roadmap, really, before we know any more. CIG have a dev presence at PAX East on the 29th of February. So they're going to be walking around there. Xylo and Molly, I believe, are going to be walking around with swag to give away. And they're doing a Bar Citizen in the evening, which is a ticketed event. I'll chuck the links down below. In the newsletter, we had a sneak peek of the Bearing BR2 ballistic semi-auto shotgun. Don't know when that's going to be in the Persistent Universe yet. I would expect it in 2020. Probably for 4.1 would be my expectation. This week's video and live content from CIG was significantly better than last week's and the best they've put out so far in 2020. With Inside Star Citizen, they had a sprint report. Now, these are great. It covered a load of areas of the game and showed what they're working on, and had little tidbits from the Crusader Hercules, Cutlass Blue, in addition to the Carrack and Star Runner that we know they're working on already. But also there were some bits on 3.9 features, prisons. The vehicle experience team are working on getting ships and vehicles in a more fun, combat-ready place for 2020. They showed some improvements to planetary tech as well. This would have been a great week for Star Citizen content, other than the fact that the 4.1 roadmap didn't go up when it was supposed to. But still significantly better than last week's Bobblehead Gate. That sort of like lackluster news and not a great Inside Star Citizen last week. But yeah, hopefully we'll start to see good content, or at least middling to good content week on week from Star Citizen. They can't be great every single episode of Inside Star Citizen, but I do want more and more and more video content, more community engagement, and more information from like roadmaps and stuff like that. So hopefully we're going to start seeing that. Anyway, that's it for a quick news update this week. If you would like to look at any of those topics in more details that we discussed, I'll put the links below. I've also got videos more specifically looking at a lot of them. What do you think, though? Will we see the Carrack at the end of next week, potentially in either Carty, or do you think it will go to First Wave PTU, or do you think it's going to be no Carrack until the live build of 3.8.2 at the end of February? Will LTP, long-term persistence, will that have our progress saved between 3.9 and 4.0, between major patches? Are you thinking of attending CitizenCon this year? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. February 2020's giveaway is for a Cutlass Black and upgrade to a Cutlass Red as well, which you can apply separately, and a Star Citizen game package with that. So you don't need to own Star Citizen already. This is the full shebang. All you need to do to be in for a chance to win that is just comment on any of my videos made during this month. There are the full details in the description below. I'm a massive shill for a couple of services that you might find useful. NordVPN, they provide an affordable VPN service that provides many improvements over a free VPN. I use them. They have a huge range of servers, allowing you additional safety, security, and help you get access to content. It's usable while you're playing games or streaming or whatever. You can find the links down below, or use the code BoredGamer to get up to 70% off and an additional free month as well. There's ShadowTech as well. They are a subscription-based cloud gaming PC service, allowing you to stream a gaming PC environment to another device, meaning that you don't need to own a gaming PC or upgrade. You can stream to your phone, you can stream to a lesser PC or a laptop or whatever. They are planning some amazing 4K gaming systems for 2021, and there's a waiting list for them, but you can use their boost service, which is great for Star Citizen currently, and new accounts will activate in April for that. Right inside the Star Citizen now for 3.9. Again, links below, and use the code BoredGamer for discount. BoredGamer is a community-supported channel, and you can help by liking, subscribing, and sharing these videos, as well as sharing your feedback in the comments below, or even emailing me at contact@boredgamer.co.uk. There's loads of links below to all my sort of social medias and Discord servers and all that sort of jazz. Viewers that would like to go beyond that, there is Patreon and YouTube channel membership. The join button below the videos. That gives us extra money so that I can, expand the channel and buy hardware and all that sort of jazz. It really does help. There are some bonuses and exclusives for those people as well, but I do want to make content for everyone regularly, so you are helping support that. Content for everyone! Woo! Thank you so much for watching. I wish you good fortune for February and in the verse.